here. Okay, Clau.
Thank you. I'm listening.
Clau, are you there? Claudia Antinori? No?
Claudia?
Okay, so has everybody presented themselves already?
She's here, but she doesn't have an audio. She's
okay.
typing in the chat. Can you talk?
Okay, good. So let's get.
Well, I will hand over. Who's
Gabriela Gariboto is in charge of.
Gabriela?
I just.
Okay.
Okay.
So you are host now, Gabi.
I'm a host.
Yes.
So please lead me how to move the controls, because I don't remember. I used Zoom, but
yeah, don't worry. I will let you know. You go to compartir pantalla down there.
Yes. Okay.
and then you choose.
Okay, perfect. So, well, finally we are in our first meeting, and today we have.
This is our second.
Second, yes, but I mean, this is our first virtual meeting.
Okay.
Yeah, and we are going to listen to our two presenters today about Genially. I think Shanina is going to be the first one, who is going to give us an introduction about Genially, and then Andrea, yeah, she's going to show us some of the features of Genially. Genially is a powerful tool. I don't know if you had the chance to explore it, and you have a lot of features. And Ray, your presentation was great. I love it.
I thought it was a total disaster. I was messing about.
Oh, come on!
Yeah, it was great.
I don't know how it works when you leave a platform, because you can pay. Obviously, you can pay for a conference service that lets you download stuff. But if you don't pay, you're kind of permanently stuck in the platform. Anyway, I'll leave you guys to talk about that. But I wasn't sure how well it worked. But anyway.
Oh, but it was great. So I love your work. It was great. So Gianni, are you ready to start? Yeah?
There I am.
Okay, so do you have to share your screen, I think?
Mm-hmm.
Ceci, how can we do that?
I will make Shanina the host now.
Okay, good.
No, you have to pass over.
I
have to pass over the hosting to me.
But can I find?
Just one question before we begin, because as we've moved platform and we've moved across from Google Hangouts, is this session being recorded in the same way as it does on Google Hangouts?
Yes, I am recording it. I started just a minute ago. I'm sorry I forgot to record all the presentations, but it's recording now. You see on the, I don't know if you can see on the top left-hand corner.
Yeah.
Grabando.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Great.
And to the cloud.
Right.
So tell me, Ceci, what.
Okay. All right. So you are in control, Gabi. So what you need, if you want to pass over, you click on the top hand corner of her photo, of Shanina's photo, and you say, and you click on.
Okay. Yeah.
Are you able to see my screen now?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, so shall I start?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to talk about Genially, which is a platform, a tool that you can use to create all kinds of interactive content. And so here what I have is how to enter, to access, and to sign in, because you need to have an account. what I did was to record the this just in case I couldn't enter right now. So what you will see is a recording of my screen, yeah, that I did last night. Well, there you enter well, the email, the information that is asked there. Well, and then you have to choose a sector. You choose education. The one I chose was educación superior. Then a role that will be a teacher. There, and there we are inside Genially. Well, you see that when you enter, I mean, the first part, you have all the tools or all the resources that you can use, presentation, video presentation, and you have like different things you can do to present, to interact, to explain, to distribute. And you have many options inside each of the objectives of your Genially. For example, I am entering here a presentation, and you see that you have a lot of options, templates to use, and the ones which are marked with the yellow star are paid. So you just go, you just, I mean, I go back. Wait, you see here it says premium, and those are the ones which are paid. So you just click on free, and you're able to see the templates that that are free to use. Or, I mean, either you do that, or you use the presentation blank and you start from the beginning. I mean, you have nothing there. You create your own presentation. Well, I chose here the Blackboard presentation, just to give you an example. There you have a kind of review. And well, I chose use this template. There it is like opening, and I can start editing what I want my presentation to have. So I write, well, the title, what I want. For example, there I wrote Genially. With a subtitle, no. Okay. A great tool to create interactive content. This is just to give you an example. And you can see that this is the editing screen. Well, I give a name to it. And now I can start, well, that's a preview. Then I can start adding interactive content to it. You see interactive elements, you have buttons to add. And well, you choose the one you want. For example, I chose that kind of button. And I don't know if you saw, but wait, I go back. Here in on the top, let's say part of the button, you can see a kind of hand. When you open there, you are able to. Well, that's what Ray did with his interactive image. That you write something, but it is not shown when you see the image, but you have to kind of type, click on the bottom, or pass through it so that the content can be seen, let's say. Well, what I wrote here is you can enhance lots and HOTS, that is the low order thinking skills and high order thinking skills. And the other, I mean, the hand does that you can add content to that button, which is not seen until you click on it or you pass the mouse over it. And then this other button adds interactivity, that is, or animation, how that information will appear, if you want an effect, or, well, there are lots of possibilities. So for example, look, this is the way it got, let's say. Well, then also you can add markers, social networks. It's like you have a lot of other icons to add. Then you can add, of course, other text. Then you have resources like other icons, shapes. Well, you have a lot. Media, you can add more images or a link or a video. You can connect it to other social networks. You can change the background. You choose, you have, there again, you have the stars, the yellow stars are paid and the others are free. And you can add more pages to your presentation. It's like, this is like a PowerPoint presentation, but with more interactivity. Well, and there I can see the ones I did. I'm saving it. Well, it's saving. Sorry, it's taking longer. Well, and here is how I can share it. I can share it through a link to insert the script, to send it by email, or to share it through any social network. What I can't do with this free version is to download it and have it on my computer. I mean, I have to share it somewhere and online. And those are my creations, because on the panels you have create genially to create new ones. Then you have my creations, things that that I have already created. And here I'm going to show you one that I did for a course that was called La enseñanza de la educación online. And when I did that, infographics, and wait. Can you see here that on top of the image of the infographics, you have like two people, something in pink and two people? Well, there you can invite people. This means that there are more people, I have invited more people to contribute to edit my infographics, yeah? Because here you have a kind of eye that you can visualize it, download it, that you can't if you don't pay. And then you have a person with a plus symbol, and there you can invite more people to edit with you. And there you type, to invite the collaborators, you type the emails, and the people have to be registered on Genially. If they are not registered on Genially, they can't. Well, now I'm going to show you, this is infographic that I did for the course. You see that you have those kind of eyes or those buttons, and well, when you pass the mouse over them, you can see the content. It's like not too, I mean, it has a lot of information, but it's not visually shocking, like having too many words and all that. And what we did there was to include a button with a link to our profesorado, to our teacher training college. So you click on there and you see that it opens the link. Well, and the other one is an interactive image. That's what Ray did. So we were asked I am here, and so we were asked to take a picture of us and write a brief presentation and to say what online education meant to us. And so you see that you see the image and you, I mean, the words don't interrupt your view, let's say, in a way. Well, then going back to the panel, you have Create Genially, My Creations, My Brand. So that's something for you to create a logo or things like that. And then the last feature is Inspiration. And there you have what other people have done. I mean, other genialists that other people have done, have created. And I chose this animal alphabet that is very nice to work with children. Because you have, it's a kind of a, what is the name of that TV show? Oh, well, with the Banda Pineda, no, I don't remember. It's Pasapalabra, that one. So you see, you click on the letter and you have some clues and you can guess the animal. And there are lots of ideas. And well, and I think you can change the English, I mean the language. Well, no, and that's because I recorded it on with Adobe Capture. I recorded my screen.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Okay, you said that if people are not registered in Genially, they can't, and you didn't continue, they can't what? They can't see it? What you have created?
No, they can't become collaborators and help you edit. I mean, you can't invite other people to edit your productions if they are not registered in Genially.
Okay, right. And so you cannot download it to your computer if you don't pay.
No.
So how do you see it in the cloud?
Yeah, you have to share the link.
But if you pay for it, Jali, you can download the presentations or not?
Yes, you can.
Okay, and what is the extension of the file? Do you know?
What is what?
When you download the presentation, what is the extension? Is it like a PowerPoint presentation?
I don't know.
Yeah. Is it like a video?
It's like a Google Slides presentation, like this.
Okay.
That's similar to PowerPoint, something like that.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
But you need internet connection because it's like you cannot download it and have it there on your computer in case you don't have internet access. That's a problem. Let's say if you don't pay.
Okay.
When the Genially company realized that many teachers were using Genially, freely, so they ask for money. So my students, when they prepare some Genialist presentations, we have to connect to internet to watch them because it's impossible to. They used to download it and share the link, but now we have to connect to watch them.
And another thing that also changed was that before before I mean, it's not an application, it's not an app. You cannot download it in your cell phone, for example. But some years ago, you couldn't even edit your productions on the phone. Now you can, but you just Google on the search on the browser, you just write Genially and you do it online. I mean, you don't have to download an application for that. There's no app for Genially. Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not with an app, you just do it with a browser.
Okay, yes, on a computer.
No, on the phone too. That's what changed.
Yes.
Oh, great.
You couldn't, now you can.
Okay, great, fantastic.
Yeah. Can I ask a question?
Yes, if I know the answer.
You can ask. The idea is, if I start an infographics and I share it with my students because I want them to work collaboratively on it, will I be able to know who did what? And is there any way in which one collaborator can undo what another one has done?
Yeah, that's for sure. You can undo what another one did. I'm not sure on the first question, if you can see, I don't remember because I have worked collaboratively with that, but I don't remember right now.
Is there maybe the question is if there is any way to go through the history of the creation,
like
Google Slides or Google Docs?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I will find out.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Well, it was great, Jenny. I like.
Sorry, maybe it got a bit slow because because sometimes it has happened that we wanted to present a tool now in the meeting and the internet connection was slow or something happened, that's why I recorded the screen doing it, and that's why maybe it was a bit slow.
It was fantastic that
guys.
with the extra work, you know.
Yes, and with technology, you never know what
right. That's why I had my plan B.
Yes.
For that.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Well,
thank you.
May I ask you a question? Just the last question. May I ask you?
Yeah.
I mean, you said that you can share this with your students. How do you share that? With a link?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so they are anonymous, let's say, when they log in.
No, I mean, for example, I have shared an image, an interactive. Well, it's what Ray did. Ray shared his image, the one with the astronaut, all that, and if you pass the mouse or the finger on the buttons, you could read them.
Because I was thinking that I don't know whether you have used ThingLink. Have you?
No.
Any of you? That I think this is an improved version of ThingLink, which was really very powerful. And what I used to do with my students was that they had to leave their name, or at least the initials of their names, so have some kind of control. That was my solution for that.
Oh, yes.
I was thinking how to solve that problem if you have not the chance to see who was the one who edited, so that can help. I mean, asking students to leave their initials. Let's see. By the way, I'm Lidia Casalini. I'm sorry, I did not introduce myself. So if one of the contributors, I will leave LC, and you as a teacher will know that I contributed.
So this is which is the tool? ThingLink.
ThingLink.
Fabulous, really. Thank you.
Yeah, it's great.
And which is the tool that you use to record it, Janina? You said active.
A tube catcher.
Can you write it down?
Yeah.
I use Jing for recording, for copying screenshots, and for recording tutorials.
Catcher, wait. It's great, and it's very easy to use. And you can just record one part of your screen. I don't know that's the only one I know. I don't know the others.
Okay, so that's for a presentation. So you record it manually to avoid subscribing for the download. Is that right?
Sorry, I recorded just in case I couldn't do it now during the meeting. Yeah, that was my idea.
Right. Now, my question is, if you do an interactive picture or something like that, a meme, like what I did, I wasn't sure because I didn't subscribe, I put it on the cloud, I wasn't sure how interactive it was. Or put it on social media, can other people just go in and click on it and it works fine, or do you have to restrictions?
Your audio is not very good.
Not working well. I couldn't.
Did you hear my question?
I have shared, for example, I have shared an interactive image with my students through WhatsApp. The link, I gave them the link, and when they got the link in the WhatsApp message, they just click on the link, and the image appeared, and the interactivity appeared. Okay, like as it planned.
That's great. That was my question.
Yeah.
Can you share that link with us so that we can see it? I'm just curious to see what it looks like to somebody else.
No. Sorry, Ray, can you repeat the...
Can you share the link?
The link of what? Of the image?
Yeah.
Wait. Let me see. The one I shared with my students.
Yeah.
That one.
That one. Yeah.
Let me open WhatsApp. Yeah. In fact, what I did was to send them one so that they had an example of what I wanted them to do. That's what I did.
Right.
Just a minute.
The Think link takes me to a book. On how to make money.
Does it answer the question?
Maybe what we need.
The question.
So I have to pay for the paid version of Genially. There must be something wrong with the link.
Shall I share it here? There, let's see. It's a picture of a cell.
Okay.
Because I wanted them to make something similar to that.
Okay.
I can also share Sig WhatsApp group.
I see.
I've just done it.
Yes, thank you.
It's a very techy group.
That is an interactive image that is already in Genially. It's already done. Yeah. The one I have sent the link.
Very nice.
Well, and I showed them how Genially worked, and they had to do something similar. We are working with a teacher of biology, and they have to prepare a kind of brochure about healthy living, and they are preparing something bilingual. And
I love this, Janina. This is absolutely great. Are you doing? I mean, so. Are you all the teachers at your school working collaboratively with other teachers from different areas, or no? This is
yeah. You know that our this is a new institution I'm working in, and the headmaster is really encouraging. I mean, he encourages us to work in groups and in teams, and so we are working together with the teacher of biology and an ethics, or well, ICT teacher, and they worked healthy living in Spanish, in biology, healthy living with me in English, and now they prepared a kind of bilingual, but the idea was not that it was bilingual because they translate, and I don't want them to translate. So they're going to write things in English, in Spanish, what they learned in biology, and then they have to add with those buttons that are, I mean, you cannot see the information until you press on them. They are going to add information in English, and they do that, they work with the tool with the teacher of ICT. So we made that team for that project. Great. Yeah. That's good. Then when I have the productions, I can share them with you. Yes. Let's see what
comes out of this.
Yeah. Let's see. No, but they are very eager to work with technology, so I think that they are going to do good jobs. Good images. Well, and I told them that they could work with this, with the visual image, the interactive image, or infographics. They have to choose.
Okay, great.
Thank you so much, Janina.
Great.
Yeah, it was great. Okay, so more questions? No? Andrea, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, go ahead. So,
all right. So I've divided this into 3. The first part is like a very brief introduction of what Genially is, like very brief. Then I will focus on 2 tools that I thought that they were good. And then at the end, if we have time, I would like to show you how you can you can create using the patterns that they give you online. So let me start with the first part. So I will share my screen. Okay, I imagine you can all see it.
Yes.
All right. So to start with, and as Janina said, what is Genially? So Genially is an easy to use and web tool. It's web tool to create interactive visual content. As she says, it's like PowerPoint, but cooler. And this can be used to create presentations like the one you are seeing right now, infographics, reports, posters, guides, and lots of things. Now, why using Genially? And that was one of the questions that I asked myself when I was trying to create something to show you, is like, why do I have to spend so much time on this if I can just go with another platform that would do exactly the same thing in less time? Now, what I found out that it was quite fast and simple once you know how to use it. It's very fast and simple. And secondly, that it's the visual, it's different than if you use like a PowerPoint presentation. And also that it's interactive and it's animated. And you can also add many different things that maybe with PowerPoint you cannot. And also that allows you to know your impact, which will be how many people access your link. And of course, to see like the reach of your presentations. Now, what can we use it for? I have this different than what Janina presented, but it's like sort of more or less the same. So you have here presentation, dossier and report, learning experience. I think here it says gamification, interactive image, horizontal infographic, vertical infographic, guide, video presentation, personal branding, social, and story, or a blind creation, which is like you start from scratch. What I would like to focus on today, at least, because I thought that it was, otherwise it was going to be too long, I would like to focus on learning experience and on 2 templates that I thought that were going to be useful for all of us. So I will start with the first one. Can you see this?
Yeah.
So this is a very simple, like, true or false that we can actually do without the necessity of going through, without the need to go through many hours sitting presenting this, but I change it up a little bit at the end. So,
so Andrea, we can see, I think.
Okay, wait a sec. I will. Now.
Okay, good.
All right. So it's very simple. Like true or false present is a true or false at the beginning. Then I change it up a bit. Let's see. Right. Now, for example, with my kids, we're working with the book Matilda. And I decided to create this. Like, Matilda's parents are interested in her daughter. True or false? And then you can see that whenever I put the arrow on the true or false, it becomes a hand. Mm-hmm. So, for example, if I click on true, it goes to the next slide that tells false. And here you can add this text. This is not necessary, or you can also add a picture. For example, false. Mr. and Mrs. Wormwood are concerned about everything except for Matilda. Now, we are to use the present simple to talk about routines. For example, if we say true, we use the present simple to talk about routines or habits. If you see here, I no longer have a picture, I have a GIF. Now, let's move on to the next one. The teacher told me I had to homework. So you can also use this not only as a true or false to revise, for example, rules of grammar, but also to review or also to test vocabulary, in this case, collocation. So the teacher told me I had to do homework. Then by clicking here on the arrow, it takes me to the next slide. For example, if you're teaching phonetics, I don't know if some of you are, we can ask them, like, where is the stress in supermarket? Is it in the first syllable or is it in the third syllable? Let's suppose that I click here and you have the answer. The stress in supermarket is in the first syllable. What is the stress in compound words? Normally in the first word, and then you can give examples. So regardless of what you're teaching, whether if you are a grammar teacher, if you teach phonetics, if you teach literature, language, you can modify this to your needs, to suit your needs. For example, does the intonation go up or down when we say really? So we click up. Or how do we form the third conditional to revise rules? For example, let's say I choose this. And you can also provide examples. So the thing is that if you share this with your students, they will be able to review, but also have, for example, examples of what you're asking them to, so as to like making them remember in a more visual way, presenting things more visually instead of just giving them a piece of paper, which we know when those end up. And then, which theory of second language acquisition states that human mental function is from participating cultural mediation integrated into social activities? So if you're teaching didactics at a teaching training college, then you can also use this. And you can just add more information here. and this is the last one, if you're teaching literature, Edgar Allan Poe was important because he was the first author to try to make a professional living as a writer, or because he was an early pioneer in the genre of science fiction. So, for example, if I choose this, it gives me the correct answer, and you can add more information. So this was the most simple, let's say, tool, and something that we all know. But I think that what we can take advantage of this template is how interactive it is. It's not just a slide after slide. You have the options like moving, the slides turning around. So I thought that it was nice. And then I have another one to show you today.
And Andrea, I have a question because we were commenting on the chat. Can we combine different templates on one presentation? I think no.
Yes, you can.
We can combine
I guess that at the end, I have two presentations, so I can see if we can do that.
Okay, great.
Nice. Okay, now, the second one.
Gladys was asking if we can have more than 2 options. And
yes, of course. I'm about to present one that has 3.
Okay. Thank you.
So here we are. This is another one, which is like sort of a game. We click on start. This can be used, as I say, for this can be used with very young learners, teens, adults. We just adapt it to whatever we want to test or we want them to play. For example, what color is this? And the thing here is that if they click on the right answer, they get a tick and they get a next. Can you see that you have this moving? Now, if they click on next, they have another question. For example, who is responsible for the hypothesis? So let's pretend someone clicked on Noam Chomsky. They give the incorrect answer, but they have to move on. They can't just go back. So they click on next. If you're teaching cultural studies or history, you can also use this. For example, which battle marked the final confrontation of the Jacobite Rising? So they choose and they click on next. If you're teaching literature at a teaching training college, which novel is Charlotte Bronte famous for? For example, if I say Jane Eyre, it's okay, we go next. Now, I think that it was Gabby who asked about audio. Well, there was someone who asked about audio. Yes, you can add audios, but this is the only way you can add them by attaching the link. You cannot yet. You can't upload you can upload things that are in your computer. So what I did was to select the audio that I was going to use, upload it on SoundCloud, and then SoundCloud gives me a link, and I paste the link here. So the question is, listen and answer which words are stressed.
Finished and started.
So finish, started, or finish and started. Let's pretend they just choose started. It gives them that it's the incorrect answer, and then they have to move on. And this one is the last one. I would like all of us to participate, if you may. If you join APIVA, you can charge more for your services as a teacher. You can get free access to all FAPI conferences, or you can participate in a POS special interest groups. So,
3 of them.
What are our answers?
There an option?
A, B, or C? So let's pretend that we choose these. And oh, it's the incorrect one. So what this allows you to, tell them what the results are, and you can actually modify this. I mean, as I only prepared 6 questions, I say like 0 points, 1, 2, 3, 4 points, or 5 and 6, but they can be as many as you want, depending on the amount of questions that you have prepared. And also, these things can modify them. For example, try harder next time, don't give up, well done, you almost got it, wow, I'm impressed, yay, hooray, you are the real MVP. And then if you click here, you go back to the beginning.
Okay.
If they want to start all over again and to see, for example, if they missed this and instead of choosing red, they chose, I don't know, instead of choosing blue, they chose red, they can do it again because it doesn't give them the right answer. But the other one, it does. So, yes. Now, if I have time, do you have any questions, or shall I?
Yes, there are.
Go on to the how-to part.
So all of these can be done by students if they download the app, right?
If they have the link, they are allowed to. I tried it with my mom, 2 friends, and my sister tonight, and they were able to access it. The thing is that some of them told me that they have problems in opening it on their cell phones. That might be because of internet connection, so we don't know. But they were able to do it. And what you can't see is the result.
Okay, but not doing this on your cell phone via the cell phone web browser, but by downloading the app. Janina said now there is an app. Is that correct, Janina? Because I'm searching for the app and I cannot find it.
No. What I said was that there is no app.
Okay.
That you have to do it through the browser.
Okay. So okay.
Anyone can access it, whether they have or they don't have Genially. You can access it. I mean, they can access it if they have the link.
Okay.
And as you as user can see how many people saw your presentation.
Okay.
But you don't know, for example, their results. That's something that you cannot know.
Okay.
Sorry. And how do you know? I mean, the teacher knows the results. How do you get to the results?
No, you don't. That's the thing. I mean, you can't give them so as to, I would say, for reviewing, or for example, testing in the class, but testing at home, as we would do with Kahoot, where you can get the results. That's something that cannot be done. You can only see how many people opened your link. That's it. Okay. Now, I would like to show you how to make them. All right. Now, let's see. So here I am. This is my account. Is it okay if I leave it in Spanish, or you want me to change it to English?
No problem.
All right.
Okay.
So, for example,
I understand Spanish.
Okay, great. And so, you can create one. I'm going to use the one that I already have it, and I'm going to add 2 more slides. So, for example, you click here, it opens. As you can see here, it's very similar to PowerPoint. Okay, so you can either have this like that. If it's visually organized for you, I prefer to see this. So that's why I click on this little button. So that doesn't move. Now, as you can see here, I have the questions and the answers. Now, I'm going to prepare one with you. And what you can do is, when you have the slide, there are two options that you have: to delete it or to create a copy of it. I will create a copy of the question. And here you have it. Pregunta 09, copia pregunta 09. I move it as if I was moving a slide in PowerPoint. And then I copy the answer. And I put it here, right? Now, I would like to change this, and let's say, who was Miss Honey? That's my question. I delete what I wrote for the previous one, and I say she is Matilda's mother, or that she's Matilda's teacher. So once I have this, I need to modify this so that when students click, they go to the slide that has the answer. So you just choose the text, and here, as Shanina was explaining, you have two options, like a little hand, and then it's like sort of a ball. So you just choose on the hand. You click there, and you click on the option ir a la página or go to page. And here you have all of your slides. Here you have to choose which slide you would like them to go if they click there. And of course, I would like them to go to respuesta. So I click here, and I click guardar. And I do the same with this one. You choose the text, you choose the hand, ir a la página, and you choose the same one as you did with the previous text. And then here you have the copy, right? You put the correct answer. For example, she's Matilda's teacher. Now here you can change it. Let's say I don't want to add any texts, but I would like to add a picture. You go here where it says image or imagen. You click there, and there are many options. You can choose one from your computer. You can choose one by inserting a link. You can choose one from this gallery, one from Pixabay, or you can also use, let's say I want to choose one of this. You just click on it. You don't have to drag it, or you can if you want. I don't do it. And you can change the size, you can move it around. Okay. Now, I will show you how it looks. So we are previewing this. So who was Miss Honey? She's Matilda's mother and she's Matilda's teacher. Whether I click on one or the other is going to take me to the same page. For example, she's Matilda's teacher, she's Matilda's teacher. Or if I click on she's Matilda's mother, it will direct me to she's Matilda's teacher. Now, how do I link these two questions? I mean, who was Miss Honey, and the answer to the previous question. Here you have, and this is something that the template has, an arrow. By clicking here, you can link the next question. You can link it to the next question. So when the students answer this question, Edgar Allan Poe was important because he blah blah blah. You choose one, and then here you have the arrow. When you click the arrow, as you have already adjusted so that when you click on there, it will go to the next page. You have the following question. That's it. If you don't do that, if you don't modify the arrow, I mean, if you don't adjust the settings and everything, it will not do. It won't do anything. I mean, I'm just clicking and it won't go to the next page. Now, imagine that I want this to be the final one. I can say that by clicking here, they go back to the beginning. So you just select this page, you click on save, and when the students click on the arrow, they will go directly to the first question. Right, so that's one. And the other one is, once you have mastered this one, the other one was quite simple to do. Like more simple. So what's happening?
And what is the other arrow, the other like little button, the ball that is beside the hand?
Oh, that allows you to, for example, instead of, I think I have one. Let me try to open another one and I will show you. Wait a sec, I will show you right now what it does. It just allows you to, for example, instead of having something fixed, it allows you to, for example, having for it to move. I will show you now. I'm sharing. All right, can you see this? Right. Now, let's, for example, we take this, and here I have, I have selected something, and you can modify the way it enters the slide. So, for example, if it is to the left, to the right, down top or top down, and the effect it has. You see? You can choose, for example, here it says bote, rotar abajo, rodar, deslizar. If you want it to be, whenever you are in that slide, if you want it to move like that, or to do like that, you just choose it. And when the image or whatever you chose, can you see it does like that? Because you have selected how it is going to be on the slide. Now let's say I chose rotar. It is going to enter from left to right, and then it will rotate. also you can add, sorry, for example, if you wanted to rotate after 1 second, 2 seconds, and the speed. For example, I choose 2 seconds and, for example, high speed. So, right. But if I wanted to rotate, sorry, if I wanted to rotate, but not so fast, you change the speed here. It enters after 2 seconds, and you change the speed. Well, basically that's what it does. Or for example, as I say, it can be, here we have, for example, aleatorio. After 2 seconds it enters, and then it will start moving like that. That's what it allows you to do. You can also put, like, if you want it to disappear, you can also choose that effect. And as you see, if you choose an effect, here we have, for example, entrada, continuo, and salida. You have a circle there that indicates that you have selected something for that picture. So this would be the final result. Okay. And as I say, you can modify it. You can just, if you wanted to, for it to exit up to 5 seconds, you modify here where it says inicio, and you modify it. So it enters after 2 seconds. It will start to move, and it will go away after 5 seconds. So it depends on how interactive you want it to be. Then we have this, and this was quite simple. So first of all, for example, here you have adjust the settings so that when they click there, they go to the first page. So you click on guardar. They go here, and you adjust this so that when they click on blue, they will go to this slide that says bien. But when they click on red, they will go to the one that says mal. And the same happens with purple. They will go to the one that says mal. And here you have to adjust both of these settings, because whether they got the answer right or wrong, they still need to get to the following question. So what you do is you modify next so that they go to the following question, whether they got the answer correct or whether they didn't. They will still go to the second question. This happens with all of this. Now, at the end, this is exactly the same. Whether they got the answer right, they go to results, or whether they got the answer wrong, they go to results here. And when they reach here, as I say, you can just modify this. Try harder next time, don't give up. I don't know, study hard for next time. You can modify this. You can also modify the points. You can modify the title. And here you have a button that it says play again. And I have adjusted so that when you click there, you go to the first page again. Now, this, as I say, you can either use this as it is, I mean, with the colors and everything, or you can just create one. For example, this was actually 5 questions, and I decided to add the last one. And you can do that by going to Fondo, and you choose lienzo, no base. If you choose base, this is what it happens. And I don't want that to happen. Yes.
We are running out of time.
Okay. What do you want me to do? I mean, I have already, this is like.
Can you hear me?
Yes, yes. This is totally like extra.
It was great, Andrea, but we are, I mean, it's a great tool. We need to explore it. So we have homework for this weekend. And Andrea, your presentation was great.
Yes, thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for your work. It was great. And Jani too, she has to leave.
Yes, because people are leaving and we need to run up and discuss some things.
To run down. Yeah. So come on, Mariel, go ahead.
Okay, no. Just I wanted to thank you all for coming. It's been great. Thank you so much, Cecilia. I cannot thank you enough.
Yeah.
It's a lifesaver, honestly, because if not, other people would have been left outside the meeting. So we are going to push a little bit. APIVA's liaison officers, and Lydia is here. She's part of the higher order of APIVA members. So we will ask her to do something about this. And what I can see about Genially is that it has so many features to explore this the whole year and use it and share experiences. I don't know, this is just a thought, yes? And one thing I want to make very, very clear, that this is not a workshop, yes? So maybe because, I mean, Andrea did such a great job, and Janina too, but if you want to present something that you explored 2 weeks ago, you can do it. Yes, and it doesn't mean that you have to know all the answers or that you have to provide all the answers to everybody, because the idea here is we are not experts, and we are not experts giving presentations and workshops for the rest to learn. Yes, we are here to explore together. And so I want to make that very, very clear, okay? So if you want to present something that you just explored a week ago, you just can do it. And yes, it's not that you have to be an expert, because I don't want to, this was an expert presentation, but it doesn't have to be that way. I want to make that clear, okay? Okay, yes. That's all I wanted to say. Gabi?
No, I think there is not much to say. The only thing I want to share with you is something that I commented on Mariel. I subscribe to EdTech team. Have you heard about it? I'm going to share my screen. I want to wait. Just a minute. Wait. Nope, there. Wait a minute. Oops. Hi, I cannot move the controls. No, this one. Can you see it? Can you see my screen?
Yes. Yes.
Yes. Okay. So, EdTech team, it's an association with Google, and they organize workshops and conferences. They invited me to one summit in Colombia. Obviously, I couldn't go, but I asked them if they they have planned to come to Argentina to give those conferences, and they replied me with a question if I was interested in organizing the event. They will connect with me and give me all the information about it. So I consulted it with Marielle, and because I thought that maybe we can organize, or we can yes, we can organize the event with APIVA. I don't know, what do you think about it? I mean, I don't know anything about money. They didn't say that, but I mean that they are going to ask for I don't know, a budget or something, something like that. But maybe we can try about it. I don't know.
We might need to know, I mean, what exactly is it that they do?
Here you have, it's, I mean, what I understood by their email is that if we are interested in organize the event here in Argentina, in Buenos Aires, or in any place, they would be ready to do it, but I don't know anything else. You understand? So they asked me if I was interested. They would connect with me, and they would give me all the details about it. I mean, money.
They come and bring speakers and organize.
Yes.
Okay.
I think they bring the speakers from the organization. They organize that.
Okay.
So I think that we will be the host place, you know?
Okay.
Something like that.
Sounds interesting.
It's interesting. I don't know why they organize something in Colombia and not here.
Maybe that our dollar is too high.
Oh, okay, could be. Yeah.
Or maybe it's something that
could be
organized and they bring them here. It's up to us to.
So I'm going to find out what they offer, what they require, and then I will tell you if you want. Okay. Just to know, because I am very curious, so I always send the messages and emails to everybody in order to know, and then, well, I continue or not, but well, that's something I wanted to share with you.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. That's
okay, all. People. Any comments?
It would be...
Ceci, I think I see you moving your lips, but I cannot listen to you. Your mic is muted.
Yeah, no, I was just saying that what I wrote, that it would be great for APIVA to offer these and, you know, try to summon people so as to get more members, no? Something with Google would be something really impressive for many people across the country. So
yes,
it's really a fantastic idea, I think. I agree with Gladys. We have to see whose interest they represent, really. But if it's Google, well, most probably the idea is the same as usual, you know, to spread information, to get people to use things and to do things better. So, but it's good to find out.
Yeah. Well, I'll let you know when they answer my email.
Okay, good. For the people that have just joined, well, Ceci, this is your first time, but Adriana, Silvia, Lydia, any comments, anything you would like to add, any queries, any suggestions, please feel free to share them. Gladys.
My only question is, as you said that this was the second meeting, I would like to know what happened first.
It was the organizational meeting.
The first meeting.
We met face to face during the opening event.
Okay.
We decided on the dates. We made some suggestions. That was the first one. This is the first virtual meeting, and the first one we are focusing on and up, actually.
Great. Thank you so much.
Yes. Okay, that's it. Okay, people.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Well, I wanted to say two things. One is I'm really happy because this has allowed me to join SIG again. I'm at home and you cannot see me, and you can't imagine the number of house tasks I've been carrying out while following you. And I wouldn't have been able to move somewhere and devote the morning to discussing this, leaving the home behind. So I feel excited I've been able to do both things and get back to SIG in this way. And the second thing is I'm missing some way in which we could keep track in an organized way of the discussions we're doing. Like we have the first steps into Genially. Now today we have this exploration, which was great by Janine and Andrea. What if I try an activity and I want to share it during the following month? Do we have a blog or something where we can keep track of our progress? Or maybe some other month later in the year, one of us tries Genially and wants to put things together. Do we have anything like that? Thank you.
What do you think about opening a Google Doc to share experiences? Would that work? What do you think? I think Genially has so much, and as we said, and as we commented during our first meeting, the things like we cannot, if we keep exploring and exploring and exploring and we never get to work on them, I mean, it misses some point. We're going to be missing some points. So the idea was maybe, that's why I was thinking that maybe we should explore more of Genially and share our experiences, and maybe we can share our experiences in a Google Doc. Gladys, would that work? What do you think?
Well, I guess then we'll keep it. We could keep it within the Google Doc I tried to start. I'm not sure if someone was able to get access to that doc. Which
I didn't check it. Sorry, I didn't.
No, I'm just concerned there's some, because I see it, and then when I followed yesterday, somebody on the WhatsApp said the folder is empty, and I saw it was empty indeed. So I'm not sure if I'd have to copy things or move them or something. I was trying on my phone. Maybe that was the problem. I'll try on the computer when I can afford the time. And then maybe we can just keep all ideas on Genially there. And if we start with another tool, we start another Google Doc. If you think that'll do.
Okay, good. Okay, I don't know if any of you. Laura?
Oh no, sorry, I cannot because of my voice. No, it's okay for me. It's perfect. Very nice. It was wonderful.
Yeah. So, we're finished. Nobody's asking, no. So, we finished, Mariel?
Yeah.
I don't know, yeah?
Yes, of course. Okay, so we'll be contacting
Sorry.
you.
Is there a schedule for the next meeting?
Ceci, your mic. I think our next meeting is, I don't know.
No, I don't remember. Laura, do you remember?
Next month.
I was
in June.
In May, but I don't remember. Let me check.
I think it's in June.
Yes, I think it's in June, not in May.
Once a month. We meet once a month.
Yes, I have. It's. Sorry, no. I have it. Just a minute.
Okay, Alice.
It's June the 1st.
June the 1st. In 2 weeks? We might have to move this, I think. To the 8th, maybe?
Yes, I think.
Because in 2 weeks, it will be impossible to organize everything.
3 weeks.
Okay, just one thing. We will be contacting you with a Google form, and we need other speakers. We need other presenters for next meeting. Yes, remember that this is a collaborative work. We do all this for free. Yes, and the idea is not to have just 1 or 2 people all the time exploring or sharing or preparing. It's time consuming. I mean, none of us have like a lot of free time. So the idea is like next meeting to have other 2 or 3 people presenting something or working on genially or sharing experiences, whatever. Yes, that is very, very, very important. Okay, if not, this is not going to work. And so Gabi, you're going to be in charge of that, I think.
Sorry, what? No, yes. I'm going to prepare the form. I'm going to prepare the form with the dates and everything. Don't worry. I forgot it, but I'm going to do it.
Okay, good.
Can we share the tools again here? Because maybe having a look at the tools, now I can't find it. Having a look at the tools that we have agreed on, maybe we can decide who's next, no? Or,
okay, maybe I think that is, okay, so maybe we can consult the rest too if we keep on exploring the features in Genially, or we work on a different tool, a different app, yes, and all of us have to maybe we can make a vote. Yes, we can vote if we continue working on Genially, which has so many features, or if we continue working on some different app. Okay.
Okay.
So we will be doing that during the week.
Okay.
Okay.
Good.
Okay. And we will ask who is going to be responsible for presenting and coordinating the meeting and doing something. Okay, so as not to overload any of us. And again, I cannot thank you enough. Again, Ceci, Andrea, Shanina, Gavi, Laura, that you were working so hard to make this happen today. Thank you so much.
Excellent work.
And for you to come, it's been really great. And I hope we can meet face to face and go to have some dinner in a fancy place. Okay, bye-bye, people.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
The link for the rest to watch the...
Yes, I will share it.
Perfect.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Thank you all.
Okay,
bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you, everyone.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.